What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Equilibrium Brewery, and they're out of Middletown, New York, and this is their Wavelength. So this is an American IPA that comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 1 month old. So Equilibrium. Now, I've reviewed about a half dozen beers from them on the channel, and up until a couple months ago, it was harder to get their stuff here in the Western New York area. We would get occasional like mobile canning releases that they would do here. Sometimes we get stuff on draft, but if you wanted their beer, you either had to trade for it or go to their brewery. But since the pandemic hit, they have really focused on upping their production as far as the packaged beer goes and their distro. I've seen a lot of friends and just people in general in Michigan, in Maine, a lot of other northeastern states, and even in Florida get their hands on Equilibrium stuff over the past couple months. I would imagine, you know, with the pandemic, they've probably focused, and I know they opened up their new brewery, I think it was late last year. They have probably focused more on distro like a lot of other breweries, because we have had so many new breweries show up here over the last couple months, and it's really cool. But the price point is quite ridiculous, so we'll talk about that at the end, but let's review this beer on the merits in the can and the actual beer itself and not other stuff. So let's crack this one open, get it into a glass, see what we got going on. Like I said, I've enjoyed the beers that I've had from Equilibrium. Some have been amazing, some have been pretty good, a couple misses, but for the most part, I enjoy what they do. So I'm gonna go something like that. So yeah, they're using, I believe, Simcoe and Mosaic in the whirlpool, and then they're dry hopping it with Mosaic and Citra. So should be fine. Should be fine hop-wise. I like it. So yeah, it has this like pale orange color, very turbid, murky, you know, can't really see through it. Hazy, so to speak, about a half finger of this bright white head. Yeah, looks fine. Let's get a nose. Ooh, tons of citrus. Ooh, a little bit of like a kiwi or papaya too. So yes, tons of citrus. I'm talking oranges, lemon, limes, tangerines, grapefruits, ruby red grapefruit, sweeter grapefruit, juicy grapefruit, things like that. A little bit of like a, I always get this distinct like bulk character from Equilibrium. I don't know exactly what it is, but most of their beers have it. A lot of times, you know, a good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber, Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews, will say things like the water nerd treatment. I get it in beers from Equilibrium, from like Old Nation out of Michigan, a couple other breweries. It just has like a distinct kind of, I would say it's like a distinct malt character, but it could just be the water itself, you know? But yeah, a bouquet of just awesome citrus fruit. There's a little bit of that kiwi pineapple I talked about, maybe a little bit of pineapple, but this is really citrus heavy. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Pretty nice. Pretty nice beer. Very light on the palate. You can tell it's 6.5%. It doesn't have the intensity or bombastic nature, shout out to Paul over at Brewed, of like something that, you know, is approaching, say, a double IPA, like 7.5%, 8%. It drinks more of like a bigger pale ale or a lighter IPA. Body in this was like lower side of medium body. The mouthfeel, soft and smooth, has a nice crispness to it from the carbonation. Not super creamy or anything. It's nice. The mouthfeel's okay. Body's really nice. It's appropriate. Taste out this one. I would also say the mouthfeel is very clean. This is a very clean IPA. The taste on this one though, right up front, those citrus fruit hits all the citrus fruit. It's juicy too, like a juicy citrus fruit. Ruby red grapefruit, blood orange, tangelo, sweeter, juicier fruits, tangerine, just things like that right at the forefront. It also has this like lemon lime kind of zestiness right after that. Middle of the palate's that slight kiwi papaya thing. Very unique mid palate. Maybe like an underlying peach kind of apricot stone fruity, closer to the pit where it's not as sweet. Finish is, like I said, relatively clean. This has a mild bitterness, not really bitter at all. Semi-dry finish. Yeah, this is a super crusher of an IPA, like very easy to drink. The flavors aren't super complex. What's there is lighter. The malt you can't really taste. Like I said, on the nose, it's kind of like a malt character, but it's just like a generic kind of malty sensation flavor that kind of is carrying all the hop character. Really easy to drink though. Now I'm getting like a watermelon kind of rind on the finish, kind of different there. Yeah, super easy. As you can see, I'm crushing this. I'm gonna pour the rest in here. Just see if there's anything else going on. But yeah, so this is nice. It's a nice beer. Pouring the rest in made the mouthfeel a little bit soft and smoother, but didn't really change the taste profile at all. Yeah, there's nothing here that's blowing me away. This is not setting a new standard in any way whatsoever for me. But I will say that this is a solid to good beer. I really enjoy it for what it is. I'll drink the rest of that probably in 5 or 10 minutes. It goes down like butter, not like actual butter, like there's no off flavors, but it goes down really super easy and smooth. It's a well-made, well-executed 6.5% American IPA. It's pretty good. I have no issues with the taste or anything. So I'm going to give Wavelength from Equilibrium a high 3.75 out of 5. I'll go 3.85 out of 5. I think that's a fair score. Excuse me. I think it's a pretty damn good 6.5% IPA. Again, not setting a new standard. I don't think you'll pick this one up and just be blown away, but it's well made, well executed, pretty damn good. So yeah, kudos to them. Now, availability, again, as I mentioned earlier, all over the place now. You can order online if you're in like, I think it's like 8 to 10 different states, pretty much in the Northeast to slightly south and in the Midwest. I think there's, like I said, 8 to 10 states where you can order online on their website. I think you can pick up stuff from the brewery to go, and they get distro in a lot of different places. I said Michigan, Maine, Florida, I know for sure. There's other places out there too. So they have upped the distro big time since the pandemic started. So if you're pretty much in the Northeast, sprinkled out a little bit to the Midwest and the South, you should be able to get your hands on some Equilibrium stuff if you really want to try it out. Here's the problem. As I said in the beginning, we'll talk about the price point. Price point of this one, I believe, and if anybody out there knows for sure, but I believe these at the brewery, 4 packs of these, $16. That's fine. Like that's actually good value. 6.5% IPA, it's $4 a can. That's kind of the going rate. I shouldn't say it's good value, but that's what you pay for something of this quality, but also any kind of like New England or hazy or whatever you want to call it. They say American IPA, it's a hazy, whatever. An IPA at 6.5%, you typically pay like $14, $16 a 4-pack. That's just how it goes, right? Here's the thing. I picked this up locally at Premier Gourmet in Amherst, New York, and not to put them on blast because they are not, I mean, I've seen this at a couple different spots that I went to, same price point. So it's not them, it's probably the distributor, but whatever the case may be. 4 packs of this were $23.99. I bought a single can for like, I think it was like $6.50, something like that. Because, most places up their single can by like 25 cents, 50 cents, obviously because they're breaking it up. It's, the whole thing. But $24 a 4-pack for this, when you're paying $16 a 4-pack at the brewery, you're talking an $8 increase. Even if this was $20 a 4-pack, that's a $4 increase. I know to get it out in a distro, you're going through different channels. They have to up the price points. It's like anything else. Typically, you go to the brewery and you buy it at a retail place. It's going to be an upcharge of a couple bucks at the very least. But this is not worth $24 a 4-pack. I'm sorry, it just isn't. This is not a $6 can of beer. And I picked this up, and it's on me. The onus is on me. But I picked this up because, again, Equilibrium. We don't get it here that often. So I was like, I'm going to grab whatever they have available. And I grabbed this and another one. And for $6.50 a can, that's just that's stupid. Stupid to me. Whatever, teach your own. Some people might grab this and love it and be like, I easily pay $6 a can for that. More power to you. That's what this is all about, different palates, the whole nine. But I can't sit here and say that this is worth $24 4-pack because it's not. And the other one I had picked up, which you'll be seeing the review of it next week, which is their D-Hop 25, that was even more expensive. And it's just like, look, I'm happy I tried this one. I'll try the D-Hop one. And if that's the price point locally, just not gonna buy it. That's just too much for me. I got to draw the line somewhere. I can't say I've paid $24 a 4-pack for any 6.5% regular IPA. Just haven't. And I won't because that's crazy. Like usually when I spend 24, it's usually on a crazy fruited sour where they're using a shit ton of fruit, or it's like a big triple IPA at like 10, 11%. That's worth it. 6.5% IPA, not. No, step down off my soapbox and stop preaching to everybody about price points because I spend a lot of stupid money on dumb things. I'm just saying for me personally, at $6 a can in my area, no way. $16 a 4-pack at the brewery all day. That's a good price. not for $8 more. So what I want to say to you guys is if you've had this one before, or you picked this one up in a distro area like Michigan, Maine, Florida, wherever, neighboring states of New York, if you did, was it $24 a 4-pack? Was it less? Was it more expensive? Because who knows, maybe here in Western New York, they're just going through a distro company that just jacks up the prices. I have no idea how it works exactly. I just know $24 a 4-pack in my area is crazy. So I want to hear other people's experiences and if they're similar. And that's why I leave it, like I said, 3.85 out of 5 for this beer. I review the beer and I drink the beer and I rate the beer on the merits of the can, what's inside the can, the alcohol, the liquid, the beer that's in my glass. But if I was to take price point in consideration, this would be like a 3 out of 5. It's just not worth it. But 3.8 out of 5 for what I'm tasting, pretty good. So sorry for the longer review. Kind of just went off on a tangent, but I want to talk about it because I've had a couple people actually text me and comment about like the Equilibrium with the price points, and yeah, they're fucking high. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one, I'll get 6.5%. Can't even tell. I guess that's one of the good things about this. Anyway, cheers.